Hey everybody, and welcome to Andrew Says. You might notice a new background behind me. Basically, I'm doing this for better sound and better light, so hopefully I don't look too much like a gargoyle in natural light. Got a lot to get to today. The huge DNC leaks is something I want to talk about. There's a lot of points to get through, so I'll just keep firing off, and you can investigate below if you want to in the comments section. So here we go. So the DNC got hacked again, and this time they're blaming the Russians, even though a hacker named Guccifer, I guess play on like Gucci and Lucifer, Gucci Man, I don't know. They've claimed, or he has claimed, that he's the one behind the attack, so somehow this is Russia still. I'm not sure how that works. They're saying it was Russia, and they're saying don't open any of the content because it may contain malware. Now, why would you say something like that? So why are they saying this? So for example, one email, Alexandra Shapiro, she's calling donors clowns. She's a finance director of the DNC committee, and she's calling here in the first email their donors are clowns, and we'll have plenty more on the donors in a bit. The second one, Mike Ryan, policy director for the DNC here, says in an email, this email here, the attacks on the Middle East are what formed ISIS. And you might be saying the attacks where in the Middle East? Well, chiefly we're talking about the attacks in Afghanistan, Iraq that bowled over Syria, all the stuff that's happening now. But you might say that Hillary Clinton wasn't Secretary of State when that happened. But then I would point you to the fact that she was on the Armed Forces Committee, which basically is the overseer of the military in the United States, and she was also part of the Senate at that time, and she was a strong supporter of these wars. And here in this email, it shows that they even believe that their actions resulted in ISIS forming. So think of that what you will. The next one, this is kind of a funny one. They recognize that they got hacked, their email server got hacked, yet in an email they start getting out the new password. So here you'll see they recognize they've been hacked, and then they send the new password over email again. So that's really funny. Colin Powell has mentioned, he doesn't like Trump. He mentioned he doesn't like Hillary either. He said that Hillary doesn't like Obama, and he also said that Hillary could barely make it up the stairs to podiums when they were together, and she's that sick that long ago. Next, stage protest. That's a huge one. So it says in an email that if they don't get sent enough people by their allies, then they should just send a bunch of their interns to stage a protest. And they were disappointed in this email at how many people actually showed up for one of these fake protests. So that's really interesting when you talk about, when you hear about all these things about people saying that protesters aren't even from here. We've heard a lot about this where protesters are claimed to be from different areas just to come and stir the pot, and this is evidence that they actually do this. And how do these interns keep their mouths shut about it? I don't know. So now they've got a list of all the people who've donated to the Clinton Foundation, or to Hillary Clinton's campaign rather, and a surprising amount of them, most of them, are now ambassadors to completely different countries. So it appears if you give Hillary Clinton a bunch of money, you can just become the ambassador of many different countries. And one of them, in one instance, after giving $1 million, the person was hired that very day. So donate $1 million to Hillary Clinton and get hired the same day for a cushy government job. Another email here we've got that as long as you have a niche interest in something, you can become part of a government committee. So this one says, as an example, among other organizations, the United States Postal Service, anyone with a niche interest can be involved and be on the board of directors. Is that something you want? Would you want, if you're an NFL fan, the NFL season just started, would you want the board of governors or the commissioner of the NFL to just have a niche interest in football? I don't think you would. I don't think you would want somebody with a niche interest in education being on the board of a school board, a district school board. I don't think you'd want that. And finally, possibly the most important email, as I put my fancy notes away, is they actually mention pay to play in an email. So pay to play, if you're not familiar, is literally paying to be put in a position or get some sort of power, just like with all these ambassadors who are paying money to Hillary Clinton to get their position. They mention the words pay to play in reference to somebody sending them a letter to pay to play. So here's direct evidence of the government talking about receiving money in order to garner influence. And I turn on CNN today, and what are they saying? That Colin Powell thinks Donald Trump is a terrible human being. Nothing about these leaks. Nothing on Wolf Blitzer. I watched it for an hour. Nothing about that. So these are the things going on, things we need to be aware of. I'm not even in America, and these things are alarming to me. I just don't want it to happen to here. It probably is happening to here with the hydro companies and whatnot in the liberal government. But unfortunately, no hacks here yet. I guess we can just blame everything on the Russians. Thanks for watching Andrew Says, everybody. Don't forget to do all that, like, comment, and subscribing below here. You can find a link to my blog and sources for all the leaked emails if you don't trust my screen grabs. Again, I wouldn't lie to you, except for maybe this once. See you later.